streams louder.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to our brand new shop. So if you guys didn't see in the reveal video explaining this thing and showing it to you, this is our 5,000 square foot warehouse. It used to be a junkyard, right? Are we gonna turn it back into a junkyard? Or are we gonna keep it nice?
Well, look at it. It's already partially a junkyard on our end too, look.
And so over this weekend, we've been moving some stuff in here, or this past week. Basically, the whole last week, we've been moving stuff. We finished up the IS300 giveaway, and then now we are finally in here, and we have this giant mess. But over the weekend, I had one of my buddies come over. He actually did this epoxy on the floor, because before this was not epoxied, and there was actually the heater over there, which is an oil burning heater. So he epoxied in here, and then he epoxied in the bathroom over there. There's a couple little issues with it. There's a little bit of solvent bubble right there on the bottom, which I think he's gonna come back and kind of touch up some of that stuff. But right now it still is a little bit tacky because he got done with it yesterday. So the plan with this side is obviously hopefully brand new lifts.
Yeah, 2 new lifts.
Toolboxes
and like
cabinets,
and that's it.
Toolboxes and cabinets.
No junk, no motors laying around.
Maybe like one shelf or something like that for like parts when we're working on something.
Yeah, but not
overall.
Not junk.
I think this is Sean's dream, just to have like a nice, clean, and he can't get mad at me anymore.
All the crap's
Before
over here.
it was like he came into the other shop and it was like my 8 or 9 years worth of stuff. Whereas now, like, we're starting fresh and he is in full control over how this place looks and what we do with it.
It's gonna stay clean.
Now we have this overwhelming amount of stuff that is on this side of the shop. Obviously, we got the IS300 in here. We are going to sheetrock that stuff up there and insulate the back of this. And that is gonna be heated, and this is basically unheated and uninsulated, but it does have some really good lighting in here. And this is our plan for basically all of our storage. It's just crazy that our other shop was 2,800 square feet.
And all this is in there.
This is 3,000 square feet, and this is everything that was pretty much in the shop over there. There's actually a couple cars in here too. We'll get into that a little bit later, but I had to actually stack a bunch of tires to get all of this stuff. This was kind of the last load that we had. This was the stuff that was all on top of the office. We had, some benches, some shelves. We had the stuff in the office. We're finishing up some flooring and stuff in the office over there, and then we'll be able to kind of move in and get officially set up in the office. But right here we have our cabinets. We're planning on putting those on the other side as well.
Just sucks because we can't move. Like our goal today was to move all the nice stuff over to that side, but since the floor is still tacky, we're gonna have to wait.
Floor's not ready, and so now we've kind of almost like backed ourselves into a corner over here. Yeah. But this was kind of our plan to start with. So this whole wall, we're gonna start with our pallet racking, and then basically have like a little corridor coming over this door right here. So this whole wall is gonna be pallet racks, and then we might go down the sides a little bit too, depending. But I think we're gonna looking into installing another garage door right there in the back, which I think will make it really nice depending on what we decide to do with this area. If we're gonna have like a dirty work area over here, like if we do end up like parting out cars here, like we could do that right here and that'll be where that door is. Yeah, overall, I think now we just have to figure out how we're gonna get these racks up with all this other stuff in the way, because I didn't really think that it was gonna take up this much space.
Yeah, it's full.
It is completely full. And then the 350Z, so we got the Z over here hiding. That thing could have been outside. But that thing could have been.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
A little sneaky.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, we got a lot of work to do. All right, guys, so day one of unloading and unpacking stuff. See, we got all the pallet racks set up over here on this side of the building. We have one going across the little exit door over here. And we got some other stuff right here, so you can see we have all the engines and all that stuff up under here. Trying to find some more of these wire racks right here, so it all looks the same. Pretty nice, they go on quick, and they're Z's in here, all the other stuff. We're just kind of waiting for that floor to dry. We're watching paint dry pretty much. Yeah. Trying to wait to move all the toolboxes and all that stuff over here too. So but yeah, another day tomorrow. See how much stuff we get done.
The next day.
right, guys, so it's been a hell of a week. So I basically started off this video Monday, and now it is Friday, basically at the end of the day. We've ran into a couple issues. We'll get into that here in a minute with the floor over there. We made a lot of progress over here in the quote unquote, like the dirty side of the shop. So we're doing some painting and stuff in the office and getting some flooring set up in there. That is not completely ready yet, but what we have done is we put some plywood on, or some OSB on the top of the office up there. So this office is 12 by 20. Basically didn't insulate this side of the building. What we're gonna do is we put the insulation on the top of the office just to get that insulated, and then some OSB so that way we could actually put like all of our bumpers, seats, and all that other type of stuff up there. I have like a whole S14 interior and a bunch of just random stuff. So we were able to get all that stuff up there today. And then right here you can see all of our cabinets and our toolboxes. So cabinets and toolboxes were supposed to go on this side of the shop. We actually ended up having an issue with the flooring. This kind of happened in a lot of spots. So I got like a 15-gallon kit. The cost on the stuff was actually pretty expensive. Essentially, I paid a guy to come over here and prep the floor and then apply it. So he came on Saturday, kind of Saturday towards the evening, kind of got it all cleaned and prepped and acid etched. And then he came on Sunday and coated it. So like Sunday during the afternoon, and it wasn't really that hot. So you could see all of the spots. So as you kind of pull in, you can see we have a bunch of stuff right here, all on the cracks. You can see some of the cracks filled in, which was good, but you know, you could just see where there was moisture just coming up out of the concrete. It kind of ended up having an issue. So this was kind of the spot that we knew we were gonna have a little bit of an issue with, just because of this oil burning heater. You know, there's a bunch of oil that spilled underneath it and sat on the concrete for a while, so I'm not mad about that. It just sucks that pretty much everywhere in the shop you could see, you know, all of the little spots that came up. And this was pretty much where the junkyard did their eBay stuff, so they weren't like tearing apart engines, or there's no real oil or anything on the ground. And you can see it's pretty much everywhere. Kind of an unfortunate circumstance. We had a big bubble over here. We tried to open the door and let the sunlight in to kind of cure it like the next day. Basically, we showed up on Monday and it already looked like this. It hasn't gotten any worse. These spots right here were just big bubbles, and underneath the concrete was actually wet when it was still, you know, when we popped the bubble or whatever, and then kind of peeled it off. So trying to figure that out right now. I mean, I didn't want to I already have a bunch of money in this floor between his labor and the cost of the materials. And then now we're kind of in this situation where we need to essentially pull it all the way back up or just run with it how it is. So not super happy with that. You know, it's just kind of one of those things that happens, and you have to deal with it. So he is getting a sander, and he's trying to round up some more product, kind of come back in and recoat it. But it was kind of one of those things where it was a guy that was kind of helping me out. You know, it was just some leftover product, so it was like he could discount it. He didn't really have a whole lot of time. He used to do this for a while, so he just kind of came in on a weekend. We really didn't have a whole lot of time, and that's why I had him do it. But yeah, essentially we were supposed to be moving, putting up the lifts and putting in the cabinets and all that other stuff in, you know, the clean side of the shop. We also got some of this sheetrock. So we're actually going to sheetrock this whole area right there and then paint this whole entire wall. So, and then use that other insulation, kind of how they did right here. Basically cut it down so it has the fiberglass backing, and then insulate that whole side. Because this side, fully insulated with the heater, this side is uninsulated. We won't really be doing any work out of here. This will mostly just be like storage, parts storage, car storage, and stuff like that in projects. And it is really cool that the office is over here too. We ended up just kind of pushing a bunch of stuff up against the corners right there. And then we did like a wheel and tire rack. There's already a tire machine and balancer in here. Put a bunch of the engines and stuff under here. That's all my Supra parts. We have like S14 doors, S chassis doors, a bunch of sway bars, a bunch of exhaust manifolds and stuff, silicone couplers, aluminum tubing, all that stuff. We have K-series under there, a bunch of other engines, some parts right there. So a ton of stuff organized in here. Basically just all week has been just absolutely crazy. So my yellow 2-post Challenger lift, it's actually outside on the trailer. I don't know if we're gonna install it like over here to where we have a dirty side of the shop. And then like, let's say we're parting out a car or doing something like that, we put it out here. Or if we put it under the awning outside of the shop. I haven't showed you guys the awning. Maybe I could take you guys out there real quick. We have a concrete pad out here. And then we actually have this awning that goes outside, which is really cool. And there's actually, these lights are really bright at night. The cool thing is this whole building is actually plumbed with air. So there's air fittings all the way around. There's a built-in air compressor. We have power outlets out here, and then we have a 220 outlet out here because they used to have some lifts that used to plug in, and this is where they would kind of strip down some of the cars and stuff. Yeah, I'll explain little bit more of the junkyard stuff in the future. We'll go over some of the cars and stuff out there, but right now we got the Mercedes and the Explorer out on the back porch, and then we have our lift. This is a tire machine I'll probably end up selling. We got all of our welding benches and the OM606 on the trailer. Got a lot of stuff to figure out. Basically just been doing it. But yeah, if you guys like these little junkyard updates, sorry this wasn't like a super polished video, you know, like I would have obviously liked it to have been, but a little bit of delays happen. If you guys are curious about the IS300 giveaway, basically I sent off all the entries a couple days ago to our sweepstakes attorneys, and we should be hearing back from them early next week on the potential winner of this thing. And as soon as we get the #1 potential winner, we'll give them a call and basically surprise them that they're the potential winner. And then once they send all their information back to our attorneys and it confirms their eligibility, then we will confirm them as hopefully the #1 winner of the IS300 giveaway. Appreciate all the support on that thing. I hope you guys are stoked for the new shop. This is the bathroom and everything over here. Put our bride seats up there. We got the camera system. We'll hook up that on there just so like when you're sitting here working on something, if somebody pulls up outside, you could like see them. That's how we had it set up at the other shop. We got the pressure washer. So we're probably gonna put the pressure washer like right up here on the wall, either on the front or right here. So that way we could either wash cars out front or we could wash cars out back, because I have a 100-foot hose reel. Kind of wish this thing wasn't over here, but they already have it all wired and plumbed into, you know, kind of where it is. But we did flip it around. It was initially pointed out here, kind of in the middle of the road. So if you're like trying to pull a car in, it was kind of in the way. Yeah, essentially that's it. We're just trying to figure it out, trying to figure out what to do with this floor. I think we're just gonna end up stripping it. I mean, I paid good money to have this done, and it's one of those things like I wanted it done because I wanted it done, so we might as well just do it. That's a quick little overview. I haven't really, it's not like a full shop tour or anything, but I think once we get everything fully set up, I think it'll be really cool. And I'm really excited that we have the clean side. This is gonna be where we work on cars, you know, do all the, you know, engine swaps and all the pretty stuff. And then over there will just be, you know, kind of the stuff that we don't need. And really happy that we got this space. I'm glad that everything worked out how it did. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Stoked to get this all figured out and painted, but a little bit of delays, but you know, I guess that's just how this stuff works. But appreciate you guys watching, appreciate the support, and we'll see you later.